Essential Pépin is made possible by
KitchenAid, for the way it's made. Proudly celebrating 10 years of Cook for the Cure to support the fight against breast cancer.
and by C. Donatello Winery, producing Pinot Noir and Chardonnay from Sonoma's Russian River Valley. C. Donatello Winery is a proud supporter of Jacques Pépin. And by
OXO Good Grips. OXO, tools you hold on to.
I'm cooking with Claudine today with my daughter Titine. We've cooked together a while, huh?
We have.
Yes.
We definitely have.
But I know you're not great with pastry. You don't like it.
No, I'm scared of pastry. But
well,
this
I
is
did those
beautiful.
little tartelettes for you. I mean, those little, actually, galettes, they are flat and have fresh fig. Yes, so I'm going to put a center right in the center of this and this. You know, the dough is very easy to make. When you make that in the food processor, you don't have to worry about cold hand or anything like this. And look at that. This is beautiful.
Well, this is beautiful. Will you teach me how to make it?
This is exactly how I made it.
Add about 2/3 of a cup of all-purpose flour to the bowl of a food processor, a dash of salt, a little bit of sugar, pieces of cold butter, and a couple of tablespoons of canola oil. Now process it for a few seconds until the mixture looks like coarse breadcrumb. Then add a little bit of ice-cold water and process again a few seconds until it begins to come together. Now dump the dough right on the counter and using your hand gently push it together into a bowl. Lightly flour the work surface and start rolling the dough into a thin sheet. Now using a round cutter or even a glass bowl, stamp out circles and cut all the way through with your knife. Arrange the circle of dough on a baking sheet lined with silicone mat. And then for the garnish, you have to half, pit, and thinly slice ripe plum. You can alternate with apricot, fresh or dry cut apricot, and you arrange them alternating each fruit in a spiral right on the dough, and you sprinkle those fruit with a bit of sugar, dots of butter, and then place the tartelettes in a 400 degree until the fruit is soft and the dough nicely brown, which will take a good 30 minutes. Serve the tartelettes aux fruits panaches either lukewarm or at room temperature.
That was pretty easy, right?
It was pretty easy.
Yes. Well, taste it now.
Okay,
I think
I'll taste it.
The dough is good.
Yeah, it looks
Crunchy,
beautiful.
nice. And now that you're comfortable about making dough, sort of, I'm going to show you how to make it for other tart and pie and so forth. This is easy and elegant, essential Pépin. Flour, butter, and a light hand combine to make dough that can be used in so many desserts, some traditional and some other new creations. We're going to make a Tarte Tatin, then Mémé's apple tart, your grandmother, and individual chocolate and nut pie. So let's start with the Tarte Tatin.
Okay.
Tarte Tatin coming from les Demoiselles Tatin, two old ladies in la...
How do you know they were old?
La mode, they were, that's what I read. La mode bovin, somewhere near Orléans. And they decided to do tart, the classic tart, but they put the dough on top. And then they inverted it to have it caramelized on top. It's a bit different, and now it's kind of done anywhere. So I'll give you this too again. You know what? I'm going to start with this.
You're going to do the caramel?
I'm going to do a caramel. I put all of the butter in there, about 5 tablespoons or so. Half a cup of sugar. I'm doing a caramel here. Caramel, but with butter. And then lemon juice. I'm going to strain that through my extremely clean finger. There is a lot of different variation on the Tarte Tatin. This one, for example, as you see, we are not peeling the apple.
Why?
because we are lazy.
Okay.
No, because we decided to have a thick skin.
All right.
That's it. And anyway, a lot of those we are going to cut in smaller pieces to put on top. Now look at this.
So it's
The caramel
bubbly.
is going to, yes, and you can see it's getting thicker and all that eventually, and they start getting dark. We have a caramel, we let it cool off a bit. You want to cut some of this, maybe.
You want it
In
to
my
sort of
Tarte Tatin, I'm putting almond, slivered almond,
So you want it
dry
like this?
apricot, and dry currant. So you can see here.
Oh,
You see
now
the
it's
outside
just
here?
starting to...
See outside the way it caramelized?
So do you turn it off now? Or are you gonna...
No. We continue to caramelize it a little bit. And usually you don't stir sugar because it makes it crystallize. But when you do a caramel, the crystallization happens when it's about 300 degrees. When it reaches that temperature anyway, there is no danger of crystallization anymore. Okay, well, you don't want to burn it.
No.
You're going to continue cooking, but you want the caramel to give you the taste, that taste of caramel. Okay, that's about fine now, you see?
That didn't take very long.
No, 2-3 minutes. So we leave it here. You can do that ahead, and you can let it cool off. It become hard. We can, in fact, put some of the
Put the nuts now.
nuts now. You see, it continue cooking. It continue getting darker. So now I'm going to start arranging the apple on top because I'm afraid that it's going to get too dark. So I'm putting them skin side down.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So what you want to do, because a lot of problem that people will have with it, I'm putting this here.
I'm gonna sprinkle some currants on it.
Okay. Often people have problem because they cook this, a great amount of juice come out. They turn it upside down, the whole thing collapses. So I'm going to cook it first before I put it into the oven to at least remove most of the juice. And I put a little bit of water.
You put water even though you want to evaporate it, just to start it to get cooking, or?
That's a good point, yes. Because if I start now just the way it is, then it's probably going to burn with the caramel.
Oh.
So with a little bit of water, the caramel will melt, and the juice of the apple will start coming out. And then I will cook it until I feel that the apple are cooked enough. I'm filling that up, right on top of it here now. All right.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, those are golden. Of course, you can do them with basically any apple you want, but I would avoid apple like McIntosh, McCoon, Steinman, which are really soft apple, What I have to do is this now.
And then we just let that go
And I
so
will
that...
let that cooked until most of that liquid is evaporated. And when I can move it like this, without seeing any, you see here, see all the liquid around now. And in 2 minutes, I'll have more liquid because the juice of the apple come out. So I continue cooking it down until there is no more juice. Then I put the dough. So, put a cup of flour in there. That's
1
it.
cup of flour.
Yes. And about 2/3 of a stick of butter or something like this. A tiny dash of salt. A tiny dash of sugar, just for color. And then you want to pulse it a couple of times, and then we'll put water in it. Here, there is a pulse here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and that's it?
So that, yeah, you see the way it looks now? You get large pieces of butter
Yeah.
and so
So
forth.
we want to do more, or?
We need, no, that's more than enough.
Okay.
About 3 tablespoons of water. Think that was 3 tablespoons?
Yes,
Yeah, it's well,
I
okay,
think it
fine.
was. Absolutely.
And just a little more. Okay, let it go a little more. That's, yeah, it's taking. That's it. That's enough.
That's it?
Yeah. Can see it when you grab it like this, and you see whether it hits all together like this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you don't think you can make a dough?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
And then to make your life even easier, you can roll it on the table with more flour, but you can do it in a piece of plastic wrap like this. And you want it, see, you don't need that much dough, actually. You need it just enough to cover this, which is about 9-10 inch, you know. You don't even need a rolling pin. You can press it with your finger.
Oh.
Oh, but look.
Out of the way.
You see, now if you look at that dough, you will notice that you can see kind of pieces of butter inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that, and that's good.
That's good. That makes a dough very flaky. What you can do now, right away, is to turn the side. You know?
Turn the sides.
I mean, just to do a little bit of an edge like this to make it totally round, better round, and so that it fit.
But Mom loves this recipe. It's very neat.
Yeah. You don't dirty anything, right? Okay. So that should be about the size of my skillet. You see the way it's boiling now?
Oh, wow. That's a lot of liquid.
Yeah, and I can see that it's still tough. But when it's tender enough, actually it's almost tender enough here, I can actually leave it uncovered until all of that disappeared.
All the liquid. You want
Yes.
all the liquid out.
Right.
Okay.
And that will take like 4 or 5 minutes. Look at that, Titin. You see?
Oh, that looks perfect.
The whole thing moved together, but all of that is caramelized now. So that's it. I know that when I'm going to unmold it, I won't have any liquid running out.
Okay. So then you just pick it up.
You know, we'll pull out that dough here. Put it this way.
I would say that for me, I would probably at least use the top to mark it, because there's no way that I could eyeball it and roll that out the way you did.
Yeah.
But you could use the lid and kind of go like this on the plastic, so you had a big idea.
I did this. I did that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's it. Now we put it into the oven, 30, 40 minutes about. You can open for me, 400 degrees. See what I'm doing, Titin?
Yes.
Because that Tarte Tatin, you can do it hours ahead. But
Okay.
you don't want to unmold it when you come out of the oven, because then the dough is going to get soggy. So
Okay.
you just leave it around. And as I did here, that dough has been done a couple of hours ago. But now it would stick to the bottom. So you put it back on the stove and you cook it, you know, until you can see it moving like
Until
this.
it can move.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the caramel is melted. And now it should mold, hopefully.
Hopefully. Ooh.
Ooh, this is a dark Tarte Tatin. With the thing, look at that.
And then
The
you can see,
crystalline.
and it's all just beautifully perfect. And oh, this is really nice.
Yes, I mean, I'll show you the inside.
Oh, wow.
It caramelizes more with the skin, you know, because
Oh,
the
okay.
skin gets thick, you know, like this. That's it. Yeah, nice. Nice slice here.
Oh, that
Titin.
looks beautiful. And here, maybe a little piece of mint on top.
Yeah, that would nice here. You can see the sign.
And this is one beautiful Tarte Tatin. Okay, so we're gonna go make Mémé's apple tart?
That's your Mémé.
My
Apple
Mémé.
tart, yes. So you're gonna do it.
Okay.
My mother had a small restaurant. She used to do that apple tart all the time that people loved. I've never seen a dough like this. That's what I'm doing it, to show you how easy it is and quite good. And she used, of course, different type of apple. And she did not use butter. She used shortening or lard, sometimes a bit of both, which as I have here. So I'm going to give it to you right there, like a
So
a
it's
cup.
a cup, it's like a cup and a quarter, I think.
That's a cup and a quarter
Okay.
of this.
And here's a half a teaspoon.
Wait. See that's something special, baking powder in a dough like this. No, but somehow it aerated the dough and it starts pushing up a little bit, and that's why it's quite different. I'll give you a teaspoon of sugar, and then this. You can mix it with a wood spatula. This one, Titin.
This one, right?
Yeah. And this is soft enough. Okay, you mix it. Can mix it by hand too. And warm milk in addition,
Warm
she
milk.
put, yeah. About a quarter of a cup. Okay, here.
Ploof.
A little bit like this. You know, I mean, if you want, use your finger. This is one of those removable bottom pan.
Okay, like for a quiche or
But you
something.
can do anything you want. You know, even easier, sometimes you put a piece of this
A piece of plastic
on
wrap.
top. Yeah. Instead of rolling it, you put it like this, and then bring it up to the side, you know? Mm-hmm. You don't have to worry. You know, often at dough, like the pâte brisée that I do before, you cannot do it thick.
Right.
If you do it that thick, it gets raw in the center and it's no good. Now, when you do a dough, a cookie dough, for example, you can do it thick because there is no liquid in it, the dough is porous. So it gets right through and you have a cookie that's thick and it's crumbly and good, but not a pâte brisée. Well, that dough from my mother is a little bit, it's not a cookie dough at all, but because of the baking powder, you know, it doesn't get like uncooked in the center.
Oh, okay. So it
Get,
cooks all the way
gets
through.
aerated, you know, go up a little bit like a brioche. So, see, do your size like this. Push it back so that you have your side done up to the edge. So here we are here, and we
That's a lot
can
easier.
just have to do the apple in it. Now those are Granny Smith, and again it could be either one of those. You have one which is serrated, you know?
Yes, I do. Works very nicely.
Yes. There is a little bit of skin which doesn't really matter. Just arrange it this way, around. This. You have another little piece here, another little piece here.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. That's great. Butter?
Yep. And maybe a little bit of sugar on top.
Yeah. Break that in pieces on top. A tablespoon of butter.
That looks good.
And that's it. Okay. And here is your Mémé apple tart, lukewarm now.
Okay.
That's how we eat it, you know, room temperature like that. Up,
Okay.
that. Slide it on top of this. Very often my mother didn't even put anything on top, but I put a little bit of apricot glaze, because we do our own apricot
Yes.
jam.
And it's
Which
very
is
good.
really good. Okay, and it give it a little cachet, you know, even on the dough around here. Okay. So you would have about 8 portions like this. You can also have some whipped cream or ice cream or anything with that, but you know what?
I think it's
I think I
just
like
fine.
it this way,
Just
yeah.
like this.
Soft, and the apple are really, really cooked, you know. Very, very soft. Here is Mémé's apple tart. Today I have a great helper, a beautiful helper. What's your name again?
Shorey.
Shorey, that's it. My granddaughter Shorey and I are cooking individual chocolate nut pie. You're going to help me? We're going to start with those nuts. What are those nuts here?
Almonds
Yes. This. Pecan, right?
and
Then pine nuts, the small one. Do you want to eat one? Okay, good. So I'm going to put that in there, in the food processor for a second. So we just want it in pieces like this, you know. Okay, and after that, you're going to help me to arrange them in there. But the first thing, you know what we're going to do here? We're going to do the crust for it with that. You know what that is?
A graham cracker.
Graham cracker. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
You want a little piece? You want to dip it in chocolate? Oh, I know you want to dip it in chocolate. Okay, that's good. So we're going to put this in there in pieces. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of canola oil, about a couple of tablespoons of sugar, and like a tablespoon and a half of butter. You think that sounds good? Good. All right, so I let it put on now. Your mom used that, right? Sometime, yes. And you use it? No. Your dad used it?
Yeah, my dad and my mom.
Your dad and your mom. What does your dad do again? I forget.
He's a cook.
He's a chef. I know he's a chef. Okay.
He works at a restaurant.
Huh?
He works at a restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. So, this goes in there. And I'm going to divide this into those 4. We are cooking for 4 people today, so, you know, I'm going to put this in there. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Don't tell your mom. You won't tell her?
Only if you make one for me, go.
Okay, so you know what we want to do here? You're going to help me. We're going to press this around like this. You know, we want to do just the outside like this. You can see that? See what it is? So we can put the chocolate in the center and all that.
And all the nuts.
Yeah, that's good. And then but you want to leave a little bit in the center, huh? But I have more here. So if you want to press it like that, that's good. Then I can give you a little more to put in the center. You know, like you did this one. Okay, so I put a little bit up in the center. That's it, it covers it. Okay, now we're going to put some of this in there so you can take some too. Up, we put it in the middle. More. This. More again. Here. Now, into this, the chocolate. I know you're not crazy about chocolate, but
That's funny.
you like chocolate?
Yes.
Okay, so we put a little bit of vanilla in there. That's vanilla. Now I want to put a bit of corn syrup. You want to stir it? Okay, that's a good idea. Now I'm going to give you some corn syrup here, like 1/3 of a cup. That's it. A little teaspoon of cornstarch. That's it. And 1 egg. A big egg. Okay. This is our mixture. Oh boy. You are doing good. So all we have to do now
Just pour it in.
is put it in there, yes?
Can I?
Huh?
Can I?
Yeah, you want this? Oop, oh! Is it good? Okay, and now we divide it in this. We fill it up here. I think there is a little bit left in it. I'll give it to the cat. Where is the cat? Oh, no, the cat is...
There's no cat.
There's no cat, yeah. You want just a little more. That's it. Bon, so now we're going to put it in the oven. And here is our chocolate nut pie.
Wow.
But sometimes, you know, they are a little bit difficult to unroll. You know, sometimes I put actually, I put a piece of aluminum foil around. Sometimes they are not too bad. Let's see. Yep, this one is coming out. You know what? This is a special plate for you. Whoop, I'm putting it back the right way. Look at that. See the center? It's still creamy like that. Here. There. Here. And there.
You did.
You did very good.
Here
You
you
did
go.
incredible.
And you can have some milk.
You want some milk? Okay, clean. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
You cannot cook great food without mixing some love into it. Happy cooking.
Happy cooking.
Visit the website at kqed.org/Jacques Pépin to learn more about Jacques. You can watch the shows online, view clips of Jacques in the kitchen, print more than 50 recipes, and see photos from behind the scenes. Essential Pépin is the collection of Jacques' favorite recipes from more than 60 years in the kitchen. The book includes all the recipes in the series, along with 600 more and a searchable DVD. It's $40 plus shipping. To order, call 800-937-5387 or go to the web address below. Or you can order the complete series of all 26 shows on DVD for $39.99 plus shipping. Essential Pépin is made possible by
KitchenAid, for the way it's made. Proudly celebrating 10 years of Cook for the Cure to support the fight against breast cancer.
And by C. Donatello Winery, producing Pinot Noir and Chardonnay from Sonoma's Russian River Valley. C. Donatello Winery is a proud supporter of Jacques Pépin. And by
OXO Good Grips. OXO, tools you hold on to.
Happy cooking.